I'm Jeff.
And I'm Sara.
And this is a video recap for our first class in our October 2012 All Levels Jookin class for Swing Ann Arbor. We started with a brief introduction for Jookin. For us, Jookin is a blues dance which is typically danced to a little bit bluesier music as opposed to ballroom and a drag, which is a little bit jazzier. And it involves, instead of just walking steps, it involves some dancing involving shoulders, hips, and a little bit more full body type dancing in that nature. Okay.
And movements that can be done in place.
Yes. So we begin with sort of a basic type of step for Jookin. This is by no means the basic, it's very free form, but what we were doing, we were stepping, and then we pulse, and it was up. So step, pulse, step, pulse, step, pulse, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. You can sort of hold on any given foot if you want to. So you could do a 1, pulse, 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 and switch, pulse, pulse, pulse. Okay. We then talked about bringing this particular rhythm, this type of step, into our connection. We had 3 types of connections we talked about in Jookin. We started with the closed position. So remember where our feet are offset from each other.
And our right feet are in the center.
Our hands, we could either put our hands here in this sort of ballroom position, or here. And this hand leads, our right hand is on the follows left waist.
And follows our arms are just relaxed, so we have no gaps here, and we're comfortable.
Okay, and so we can do this step, pulse, step, pulse, step, pulse, step, pulse. Okay, and the way we do it is very chill. We then brought this into close embrace, which is, remember, this really comfortable hug. We want to really emphasize that this is a nice and friendly connection. Okay.
So we're relaxed into the hug. We're not toned up, which makes us feel distant from our partner. And you can think about having either your weight a little bit on the balls of your feet, or towards the front, not on your toes though. Or having your weight forward a little bit into the other person.
Yeah. So we've got this hug connection where these hands are not necessary at all. It's just like we're hugging each other, and these hands then are just gently placed on our partner. So then, now that we're in close embrace, we can do that Jookin rhythm we gave you. So step, pulse, step, pulse, step, pulse, step, pulse. Alright, and then lastly, we talked about this rhythm in open connection, which is just this one-handed connection. It's a little bit harder to convey because we don't have this connection, so we have to sort of visually be cued in and be very clear with our movements. Alright, so step, pulse, step, pulse, step, pulse, step, pulse.
And notice, in all 3 of those, Jeff kept his steps pretty small. If you take big steps, then it can start to get tiring. And it's okay to do sometimes, but to do all the time, it's a bit tiring.
Our basic is very chill and small. Okay, and then we talked about one other rhythm, one type of thing you can do as opposed to just this step pulse, which is this roll, step, roll, step, roll, step, roll, step. And we talked about how to do this when we place our foot on the ground. We think of, it's sort of like a boogie forward, for those of you who know what that is. You put your foot down and you roll your foot over that foot back onto your original foot, and then you step. Tap, roll, back onto the original. Yeah?
When you're doing this roll, you have a little bit of weight on that foot, but most of your weight is still on this back leg. Another way that you can think about it, instead of your hips, you can think about the weight starting on the inside of your foot, so this part, and rolling it to the outside.
And so again, we brought those into all three connections. We'll start closest here. So here is in close embrace. So roll, step, roll, step. You can come out here into closed position. Roll, step, roll, step, roll, step, roll, step. And then you can even do it from out here. Roll, step, roll, step, roll, step. And remember, leads, the way we can lead it is by starting that weight transfer, right? Think about if you're moving the shoulders just a little bit and then the hips come along. And so just that little impulse to start and then come back.
And follows, for it to be led on us, we need to have our hips relaxed. If we're tight here, then we're not letting the lead control our hips at all. And then we won't do the roll with the lead, but we will do the partial weight shifts.
Great. So yeah, we did a lot of stuff. We had 3 connections, we had 2 basic rhythms, and we're going to keep on going next time with some really fun new moves. So you guys did a great job. See you next time.